Let me tell you a story about how easy it is to become a fraud victim even when you are fraud aware. I worked in fraud management all my career, and therefore my family and friends will have heard me sharing those fraud awareness messages countless times, saying, if it is too good to be true, it probably is. Yet recently I received a call from a family member, panicking as he realised that he's just been victim of a classic scam. The criminals phoned him pretending to work in a fraud department of a well-known marketplace. He followed all instructions diligently, exactly how I advised him not to. But finally the penny dropped when they asked him to log into his online banking to transfer some funds. At which point he hung up and phoned me. He couldn't believe how he became a target. However, the truth is that these attacks are common. But why is this such a widespread issue, you may ask? Fraudsters are organised criminals with the business enterprise, and their full-time job is to defraud us. It is fair to say that criminals believe in equality. They do not discriminate. They will target anyone provided that a profit can be made. Consumers, financial institutions, governments. In fact, fraud is the most commonly experienced crime in the UK, accounting for around 40% of all crime and costing 137 billion each year. But why does this matter for the government and the public sector? During the COVID-19 pandemic response, the government was quick to act, introducing much-needed large-scale schemes providing critical support to many vulnerable businesses and individuals. The government focus was to provide financial support to millions of people who needed it fast. It is unfortunately unsurprising that criminals sought to exploit the situation. Addressing this issue is however a complex challenge. Due to its sheer scale, this is not a small task. But the way such challenges have been tackled has not changed, often relying on aging solutions that lack data insight, described as not fit for purpose, yet deemed too complex to fix. Any effective solution must be multifaceted and agile. It must be capable of predicting and preventing fraud and error, detecting fraud and error once issues are uncovered, responding by investigating and recovering accordingly. To achieve this, we proposed a strategy centered around 3 principles. First principle, making data collection central to anti-fraud and error strategies. The quality of the outcome is based on the amount of useful information available for decisioning. Therefore, data collection is critical. It requires both the identification of relevant data sources as well as a robust process for acquiring and compiling this into a data warehouse to maintain its integrity. Such data might include information about applicants and current beneficiaries, current and past claims, information about these individuals held in other government systems. Consider a hypothetical scenario where benefits claims have been made using false identity documents. A data matching exercise between government-owned and information provided on the application might have flagged discrepancies, casting suspicions over the veracity of these claims. Whilst gathering data held by different government departments can be a challenge, overcoming this barrier is essential. Collecting and leveraging data is a proven strategy adopted within the financial services sector. It has proven to be a game changer. Adopting this approach could deliver effective wins when comparing beneficiary information against predefined requirements. Imagine finding dozens of claims for universal credit, all with a common trait, asking for money to be paid into the same bank account, only to later identify more than 100,000 fraudulent claims. Does this seem too far-fetched? This brings us to our second principle, analysing data, creating a solution that is able to respond to ever-changing threats. Think of the fight against fraud as a chess game. You must deploy your strength against your opponent's weaknesses. The goal is to modify his defences so fast that adversaries are continually playing catch-up. The more you change the game, the more effort it takes. The fraudster's cost will go up. They will move to an easier target. Your costs will go down. But how can this be achieved? The aim is to build automated solutions that can recognize patterns in an ever-changing landscape, and they are able to learn from these to assess how risky certain behaviors are. These can range from the more traditional rule-based techniques to the usage of artificial intelligence. By embracing the power of data analytics, it is possible to assess the risk associated with a payment, with a transaction, with an application, and therefore respond accordingly. In our previous examples, such analysis would have spotted those warning signs. It would have assigned a high-risk score to such applications and referred them for further investigation, predicting fraud and preventing any payment being made. Leading to our third principle, focusing on prevention and detection. A prevention-focused strategy can be doubly effective because prevention saves the cost of overpayments due to fraud or error, along with the cost of the chase, especially as there might be no guaranteed return. It also acts as a deterrent. It discourages potential fraudsters from committing fraud or from abusing a system because they know that their behavior is being monitored. Prevention, of course, is not a substitute for detection, which focuses on clawing back money paid out after fraud and/or error is identified. It is not possible to detect fraud and error 100% of the time, regardless of how sophisticated your systems are. Fraud and error cannot be fully eradicated, hence why prevention and detection need to be used together. And learning from detection and response activity must be fed into prevention and detection strategies. Here is how such a solution would work. The starting point is a central data warehouse containing, let's say, all applications or benefits claims. Analytical techniques can be deployed to segment application according to the risk profile. Investigations can be carried out, carefully balancing the risk against the need to support those individuals in need. Only the highest risk applications will be declined, preventing fraud and error from occurring upfront. Prevention is not absolute and will not stop all such events. Fast detections come into play to reduce the damage. The use of monitoring and reviewing tools to detect fraud and error when they have occurred will enable the identification of other linked applications that have been approved so that these can be prioritized for review. If fraud or error is confirmed, then further action can be taken, such as retrieving funds. This insight will also feed into prevention strategies, minimizing the risk of similar threats from materializing again. Delivering a proactive response built on such enhanced insight allows for better prediction of the future and hence improved prevention.